Hey there everyone, today we are heading in the world of anime, to bring you the list of top 10 action anime that you should definitely watch, so let's dive straight in. Number 10, A Record of Battles. The story revolves around a 17-year-old boy, Tufrel Mahmud, also known as the Golden Eagle General. His tribe members were all killed when a surprise attack was launched by Balt Rhine Empire over Turkey. He was the only survivor and was taken in by one of the pashas of Turkey, Sahir Halil. It was not easy for him to just sit doing nothing, so he decided to become a pasha and do his best to cease these kinds of unnecessary wars. He completed his training and became the youngest pasha in the history of time. But he wasn't much familiar with the politics and thought that conversing can solve everything, even stop a war between two countries. On his first few days, he was able to bring some good results, but since he didn't truly understood the meaning of being a pasha, he was stripped of his title and demoted to a lower rank. Now the tough chapter starts where he marches up to other land in order to see what is happening in the outside world, and how he can get involved with them, and help them so that the tragedy which happened with his tribe, never happens to other innocent people. Number 9, World's Finest Assassin. The greatest assassin agreed to kill the hero simply because he wanted to experience the happiness, which he could not have in his previous life due to him suppressing his emotions. The goddess allowed him to choose special powers and abilities but warned him that he only had 18 years after his birth to kill the hero, before the hero brings chaos into the new world. She also told him that there was a slim possibility he could save the world without actually having to kill the hero. He chooses his 5 skills, one from each rank. He is then reborn as a child of the Tuatha family, a noble house of assassins. As Luff begins his new life, he becomes an expert hunter of animals like Arte rabbits and cook. His physical growth is examined by his father, who concludes that Luff is ready for a special surgery that will give him the ability to perceive magic in a person or an environment. Luff successfully obtains the mystical eyes passed down the Tuatha family, and his father promises to teach Luff how to perform the surgery when the time comes. He also finds a magic teacher for Luff named Diaviko. Number 8, Rurouni Kenshin. In the final years of the Bakumatsu era lived a legendary assassin known as Hitokiri Batuse, feared as a merciless killer. He was unmatched throughout the country, but mysteriously disappeared at the peak of the Japanese Revolution. It has been 10 peaceful years since then, but the very mention of Batuse still strikes terror into the hearts of war veterans. Unbeknownst to them, Batuse has abandoned his bloodstained lifestyle in an effort to repent for his sins, now living as Kenshin Himura, a wandering swordsman with a cheerful attitude and a strong will. Vowing never to kill again, Kenshin dedicates himself to protecting the weak. One day, he stumbles across Kaoru Kamiya at her kendo dojo, which is being threatened by an imposter claiming to be Batuse. After receiving help from Kenshin, Kaoru allows him to stay at the dojo, and so the former assassin temporarily ceases his travels. Rurouni Kenshin. Meiji Kenkaku Romantan tells the story of Kenshin as he strives to save those in need of saving. However, as enemies from both past and present begin to emerge, will the reformed killer be able to uphold his new ideals? Number 7, Chainsaw Man. Denji is robbed of a normal teenage life, left with nothing but his deadbeat father's overwhelming debt. His only companion is his pet, the Chainsaw Devil Pochita, with whom he slays devils for money that inevitably ends up in the Yakuza's pockets. All Denji can do is dream of a good simple life, one with delicious food and a beautiful girlfriend by his side. But an act of greedy betrayal by the Yakuza leads to Denji's brutal untimely death, crushing all hope of him ever achieving happiness. Remarkably, an old contract allows Pochita to merge with the deceased Denji and bestow devil powers on him, changing him into a hybrid able to transform his body parts into chainsaws. Because Denji's new abilities pose a significant risk to society, the Public Safety Bureau's elite devil hunter Makima takes him in, letting him live as long as he obeys her command. Guided by the promise of a content life alongside an attractive woman, Denji devotes everything and fights with all his might to make his naive dreams a reality. Number 6, Fate's Strange Fake. In the American city of Snowfield, a new Holy Grail War is about to erupt. Such ruthless confrontations pit against each other magic experts known as Magi, who ascend to the status of master by summoning servants, heroic spirits of the past. The winner is thought to have any one of their wishes granted. However, it appears that the organization behind the present situation has merely managed to create an imperfect copy of the Third Holy Grail War. As the unusual ritual catches the attention of the Mages Association in London, Vlad Escardos, the young apprentice of Lord El Meloy, a former participant of the Fourth Holy Grail War, travels to Snowfield and to the great dismay of his teacher, joins the ranks of the Masters. In this fake conflict where the line between masters and servants is blurred, the different factions will have a hard time preventing the city of Snowfield from plunging into total chaos. Number 5, The Witch and the Beast. The Witch and the Beast is a dark fantasy anime written and illustrated by Kosuke Satake. The story revolves around a world where witches and beasts exist, and it delves into themes of revenge, magic, and the complexities of human nature. The main plot follows 2 protagonists, Gaido, a fierce woman with the appearance of a beast, and Ashif, a calm and mysterious man. Gaido is on a quest for vengeance against a witch who cursed her, transforming her into her current monstrous form. Ashaf, who appears to be a powerful sorcerer, accompanies her as they seek out witches and unravel various dark secrets in the process. The story is set in a world filled with magic, where witches hold immense power and are often feared or hunted. However, the narrative challenges the traditional notions of good and evil, as the characters navigate moral ambiguities and confront the true nature of the witches they encounter. The manga blends action, mystery, and supernatural elements, creating an intricate and often haunting tale. Number 4. Buchigiri. Minato Kai and Siguma Squad, two rival gangs at Aikizu High School, are embroiled in a bitter power struggle. As a transfer student, Arajan Tomoshibi has no interest in getting involved. Instead, his priority is finding a girlfriend. Fortunately for him, he is placed next to Mahoro Jin, the prettiest girl in the class who also seems to like him. However, she has an overprotective older brother, Marito, none other than the combative leader of Siguma Squad. Moreover, Arajan's reunion with his childhood friend Matakara Asamian spells trouble since Matakara is a member of Minato Kai. With his rotten luck, Arajan also accidentally awakens the genie Senya, known as a honky person from ancient legends. Senya takes a shine to him because of the young man's fervent aspiration, despite it only being the loss of his virginity, while Arajan would be the first to flee from a fight. Senya lending him his powers helps the lovesick boy to hold his own against the likes of Marito, although this only raises the interest of both gangs in recruiting him. As the turf wars heat up when a third gang joins the fray, Arajan's involvement may be unavoidable. Number 3. Villainous Level 99. The beginning of light magic and the hero in Otome RPG unfolds fairly normally. The heroine, Alicia Enlate, meets her three love interests one after another and then inevitably comes face to face with the villainous. Yumiella Dolkness may be of noble descent, but her dark hair and rare dark-type magic, both associated with the Demon Lord, spark fear in anyone who sees her. When she is 5 years old, Yumiella regains memories of her previous life in modern Japan, also realizing that her fate is to become the hidden boss that appears after Alicia and her suitors defeat the Demon Lord. Yumiella refuses to live as the game dictates and, as she prefers the game's fantasy elements over its romance, she decides to cultivate her magical skills and level up in secret. However, everything falls apart on the day of the Royal Academy's entrance ceremony. Yumiella's powers are measured at level 99. Something thought impossible even for the Royal Knights, let alone a 15-year-old girl. With the royal family requesting her help, and everyone else insisting that she prove her strength, Yumiella realizes that her dream of a quiet life is no longer an option. Number 2. Chain Soldier. As his school days draw to an end, Yuki Wakura worries about his future. While lamenting the prospect of living an ordinary life, he is suddenly drawn into the world of Mato, an alternate dimension filled with dangerous monsters called Shuki. Over the years since the existence of Mato was first confirmed, incidents of people accidentally wandering into the other world have become commonplace. To combat the threat of the Shuki and rescue victims like Yuki, the all-female Demon Defense Force was established. Its members have been blessed with the power of peaches, Mato fruits that grant supernatural abilities only to women. Though Yuki's situation is dire, he is saved in the nick of time by Kyoka Uzen, the chief of the Demon Defense Force's 7th unit. Despite Kyoka's impeccable skills in battle, she has long been held back by her peach-granted ability. Slave allows Kyoka to put a living being under her control and draw out its strength, but the Shuki that she had enslaved until now had all proven to be exceedingly weak. When Yuki and Kyoka become surrounded by a horde of Shuki, Kyoka resorts to something she has never tried before, using her ability on a man. To her surprise, Yuki's slave form is much more powerful than she could have imagined. Believing the young man to be the key to unlocking her true potential, Kyoka invites Yuki to join the Demon Defense Force, but not as a regular member. Number 1. Nura. Raikuo Nura, a part yokai and part human boy, grew up as the young master of the Nura Clan. While he treated the clan, which consists of yokai of all shapes and sizes, like family, he soon learned that he was the only one among his classmates who saw yokai in this light. To most, they were terrifying creatures of folklore who ate children and relished in bloodshed. Taking this to heart, he swore to live his life as a normal human. Normalcy, however, is hard to come by for young Raikuo. Complicating his goal were his yokai attendant, who under the name Sararo Oikawa, goes to school alongside him, the young Onuji Yura, and his close friend Kiyatsugu, who idolizes yokai and hopes to prove their existence. To make matters worse, rival yokai and other entities threaten to harm those Raikuo holds dear. If he wants to protect what's important to him, Raikuo must acknowledge his ancestry, that he is the grandson of the legendary Nurari, and transform at night into a yokai, becoming worthy of being the next leader of the Nura clan. So that's it for the list. If you found the video interesting, make sure to like, share and subscribe the video.